And good Tuesday morning, Southwest Louisiana and Southeast Louisiana. Joe DiGregorio checking in with you with the Redeye update. And what you're looking at right now, the dark green shaded area, which covers uh, the majority of the state, with the exception of Northwest Louisiana, that is a low end marginal risk for isolated severe weather. The two primary threats will be isolated tornadoes and strong damaging winds. And let's take a look now. See if we can get it to come up here. Probabilistic. Let's see if we're going to get it here. Fill style. It's not going to come up for some odd reason. Uh, what I'll do is I'll just paint it in based off what the Storm Prediction Center has for their probabilistic the tornado threat, which will basically cover uh, an area like this. So this would be your area that could see an isolated tornado. It's conditional. We may not even see them, but as we saw with the last front, we had multiple tornado warnings that were issued for here in southwest Louisiana uh, with a couple of cells that at one point were showing pretty good rotation couplets. And they didn't last very long, but and no, we didn't even have any confirmed touchdowns. So uh, again, it's going to be iffy if we even see anything. Uh, we'll take that away, and hail threat not really going to be an issue with the wind threat, but let's see here, we got that. So your wind threat will basically cover all of the green area, green shaded area that you see here, the dark green shaded area, uh, in addition to uh, your conditional tornado threat, uh, the coastal areas on up. So, in addition to the wind threat, we do have that low end tornado threat inside this red hatched area here. So, instability is not going to really be an issue uh, as much given the extensive cloud cover that's going to be in place. So CAPE is going to be low. Uh, Lapse rates will be low as well. Um, low to mid wind, low to mid level wind fields are going to be strong, uh, and they'll support any of the stronger storms uh, that may have more persistent and deep updrafts. Uh, Tornado threat's going to be confined to areas uh, where I showed where surface-based storms are most likely. Uh, there's still some uncertainty whether the Storm Prediction Center will increase the tornado probability. Uh, think the middle to upper Texas coast, and where they may have a little more modest heating, a little higher dew points, uh, may see a higher risk for tornado development. And then over in the Florida Panhandle in southern Alabama, where the strong low-level flow is anticipated early Thursday morning. So, uh, and the strong damaging wind gusts, they're going to be possible along and just ahead of the front uh, as it moves across the southeast. Um, there will be a warm sector, and a lot of the threat's going to stay north of that warm front, warm sector. Uh, but again, we're still going to see some threat from some damaging winds. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put into motion the latest NAM 3 kilometer model, and which is really good convective model from medium short range. And we're going to start this off uh, 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we'll go to 6 a.m. Christmas Eve morning. And as you can see, you can follow the timestamp as it's turning over here to the left. So nothing really doing until we start to get into the afternoon, and then things start popping across southwest Louisiana. And then as we move into the afternoon, things really get popping. Let me lower the resolution on this here. Hold on just 1 second. Let's see here. Give you a better look at it. Okay. So you can see a lot of this stuff is moving through Acadiana, and we don't have a solid squall line as of yet. And these isolated cells, those are the ones that really are of concern, because any of those that have persistent strong updrafts, uh, those are the ones that had the most potential to start rotating. And you get a meso involved in that, and with the shear that's in place, the lower mid levels, you've got enough spin, it could pop off a tornado. You could also get some downburst winds. They hit the ground and spread out and cause straight line wind damage. So that's certainly a possibility. Don't see any bowing segments with this as of yet. Uh, these are just isolated cells. And then we'll put this back into motion again. And as we go into tomorrow evening, and you see this really starts to ramp up through southeast Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Baker, New Roads, on down through Pierre Park, down through Franklin, and down through Marsh Island, and what have you. And we still got some activity over here in southwest Louisiana as well. But things really begin to fire up and intensify as we get into tomorrow night. So we'll go ahead and put this into motion again, and you can see that it's popping. So uh, I think southwest Louisiana is going to be the launching off point for this stuff as it moves east, and it'll strengthen quickly once it gets through Acadiana and then starts moving into southeast Louisiana, mainly the northern sections of it, and on down through Donaldsonville, Plaquemine, Pierre Park, Morgan City, Franklin, Gray, Thibodaux, and those areas. So this is at 9:50 tomorrow night, and then we'll put it in motion again here. And you can see 11 p.m. tomorrow night, things are still popping pretty heavy. And then we'll put it into motion again. And then New Orleans, you're getting in on this at midnight tomorrow night, and then into Christmas Eve morning there, the pre-dawn hours. And we'll let this run a little bit here, And you can see as this exits Louisiana, uh, things really start to mature with a line developing, and then we'll get into 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., and you can see potential for some spouts coming ashore across the Florida Panhandle here, maybe southern Alabama, Mobile. That's certainly a possibility. Uh, and then this is through 6 a.m. Christmas Eve morning. So we're going to have some issues tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, into the overnight hours. Yeah, excuse me. I got to get some sleep. But I needed to put this Redeye update out there. Uh, I think it's worth giving an early heads up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear that now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to single frame here, and let's look at the temperatures and give this a minute to load up. We'll put the probe in play. This is 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. Let's go to 11 p.m. tomorrow night, and you can clearly see the front as it's moving through late tomorrow night, moving through the state, and it's already dropping temperatures in Shreveport into the 40s, and then let's go to 2 a.m. and see where we're at with the front at that time. And you see the front's basically clearing out of the state with the exception of the boot, and temperatures really start to drop. So uh, let's go to 6 p.m. tomorrow night and see where we're at. So most everybody's in the 60s uh, across the region. Northwest Louisiana is up in upper 50s to low 60s, and the further south we get, uh, all of us are basically in the mid 60s. Um, there may be some pockets of lower 60s, but everybody's basically in the 60s. And then, uh, so basically, let's call it 65 as a average point. Okay, and that's 6 p.m. Now we get in Christmas Eve. Uh, let's go to 4 a.m. Christmas Eve morning. And so basically, you see we've got about a 20-degree temperature drop between that time frame. So, um, and then you see the red here is the really cold air where we're getting into the 30s and freezing there. But as we get into the day, and this only goes out to 6 a.m. Christmas Eve morning, this will be near wake up. So uh, it's going to be chilly. It's going to be even colder Christmas morning. Unfortunately, the front will have cleared out. High pressure will build in. It'll be dry. Sorry, folks, no snow. No winter precip. Not this time. So, with that said, get ready for at least temperature-wise Christmas weather. Uh, it should be pretty much a beautiful day, Christmas Eve, as this stuff clears out during the day, and then Christmas Day, it's going to be pretty spectacular. So maybe a few fair weather clouds, if that, and uh, if things hold up, New Year's Eve, uh, prior to New Year's Eve, we have another system that is progged to come through, and if that timing holds, then New Year's Eve and New Year's Day should be just as beautiful as Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So it may give me a chance to light the damn bonfire for New Year's that I've been wanting to do. So we'll see. We're not expecting a whole lot of rain. We'll clear this out here. Turn the probe off, and we'll look at a precipitation forecast. And again, this isn't going to bring a whole bunch of rain. You see a swath of these purples here. That's inch and a half at best. So uh, you can see locally higher amounts if any of these storms train over the same areas, and you get some very heavy rainfall with them. They start to cluster uh, and not move a whole lot along that line. Then and that's what this is denoting. So uh, you can see some issues with ponding on the roads and what have you, but it shouldn't be any issues with area rivers. We're not going to see any flooding or anything like that. Uh, so it's going to be a chilly and wet evening tomorrow. So uh, you get in off of work, get a evening commute home. It's going to be nasty. Plan on that. Tomorrow morning should be okay, but tomorrow afternoon things go downhill, and it'll remain that way until we get into the overnight hours and we get this thing cleared out of here Christmas Eve morning. And then high pressure will build in, and clouds are clear, and then the temperatures drop even more. So, uh, again, really the only significant issue at this point is just a low end severe threat. Um, we may or may not see anything with it. So, um, what I'm going to do right now is we've got fog out there, and for some reason it's not bringing up the fog main timeline. There we go. So this isn't rain that I'm aware of. This is fog, and it shows the densest parts of it. I don't get, it doesn't show visibility as far as I know. Let me see here. The nope. So I'd have to go to Allison House and get the place file and pull up visibilities. But what I can do is I'll turn the temps on the METARs, and we'll let it see here. Lafayette's not giving anything as far as visibility. I'm not even getting any temperatures. That's weird. They might be getting a data feed issue. That's what it looks like. But let's see here. I can actually get that data if I want through GR level 3. And actually, let's go ahead and do that before I close this out. Um, we'll pull up visibilities across the area here, and we'll switch this over to GR3, and let me enlarge this for you here. So you see the radar returns there. That's some pretty heavy fog there, and what I'm going to do is I am going to make sure this is set up like it needs to be here. Let's see. Wrong one. There we go. Snap into place. Okay, now you've got the full picture. So we'll zoom in here, and we'll bring up the METARs, and we'll see what we get here. So there we go. Lake Charles Regional Airport. Overcast, ceiling 100 feet, visibility 1.5 miles, winds calm. Chenault, visibility a third of a mile, and overcast, ceiling 200 feet. Jennings, visibility 7 miles. Where else we got here? Allen Parish Airport, visibility half mile, ceiling 100 feet, overcast. And over here at Sulphur, visibility mile and an eighth. And DeQuincy, 7 miles visibility. And let's slide over here and we'll see Lafayette showing 7 miles. Opelousas, 7 miles. So, and hold on just a second. Let me go take a peek out the door here because this is showing heavy rain. But I don't hear rain and I've got a metal roof. Stand by, folks. Alright, so I can confirm that's false return. It's picking up a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Uh, Humidity's 95%, dew point 43. Uh, I can tell you, I can see clear sky around me, and so uh, you'll get this occasionally when the atmosphere is just right. And I know southeast Louisiana went under a dense fog advisory. Baton Rouge, 8 miles visibility. Gonzales, Louisiana regional, visibility 2.5. Morgan City, half mile. Well, Patterson, half mile. New Iberia, eighth of a mile. Uh, 8/10 of a mile. So New Orleans, you're checking in clear, 10 miles visibility, and you can see this is really odd, but you see skies clear. Uh, I don't know if it shows the pop-up box, but uh, winds are calm, humidity 89%, dew point 48%, temperature 51. So temperature's just above the dew point, and you get that close together when the temperature and dew point equal with calm winds. That's when things start popping. But this is not rain, folks. Uh, New Orleans International, 8 miles visibility. So again, there is fog around the area. Some places have it, some don't. Slidell's checking in at 3 miles visibility. Hammond, visibility 10 miles clear. So temperature 37, dew point 37. So you're likely going to see some fog here developing around the Hammond area. You can see some of it already starting to develop in there. Uh, and let's see if we got new roads. Yep. Temperature 39, dew point 39, humidity 100%, sky clear, visibility 10 miles. So there is some scattered areas of fog. Be careful out there. Abbeville checking in half mile visibility. Uh, Overcast, ceiling 200 feet. Temperature 42, dew point 40. So no reading out of Cameron, I don't think. Nope. That's gone. That reporting station there. So uh, that's wrap. Orange County Airport, mile and a half visibility. Uh, what we got over here? Beaumont, 1.3 miles visibility. Sky indefinite, ceiling 700 feet. That's some fog. So that fog hasn't gotten down totally to the surface yet. You get over here into Houston, this looks like some. If this was actually rain, this would be some major, major hail cores coming through here. Uh, let's see. LaPorte Municipal, visibility 1, ceiling indefinite 700 feet. Houston Intercontinental, few clouds, visibility 10. So, let's see. Where's Hobby? That's not Hobby. Uh, Houston Hobby, visibility 10. So, again, you got these false signatures, radar signatures, but that's just denoting the moisture in the atmosphere. And uh, again, don't be alarmed by that, but uh, what you should be alarmed is heavy dense fog is developing uh, across the southern part of the state. Uh, it's all up in Alexandria too, visibility 2.5, so they've got fog. Um, Sky's clear though, so there you go. Um, let's see, Oakdale half mile, fog, overcast ceiling 100 feet, temperature 37, and Jennings, we're here at 46 degrees and visibility 7, clear skies. So again, stay alert for the fog on your way out this morning. Um, things should be relatively quiet today, but tomorrow uh, things go downhill, and it looks like they'll go down pretty fast. So bear that in mind. I'll have another update as we move forward, and uh, we'll talk a little bit more about the severe threat coming for Wednesday and Wednesday night. So that's going to do it for the Redeye update, Redeye forecast, and we'll talk to you guys again later. Have a good Tuesday. Thanks for watching.